In relationships, it's not always the big betrayals that break the bond. Sometimes it's the slow fade when your mate stops feeling like they matter the most. In this episode, we're talking about why your partner should be your top human priority and how to make sure they actually feel it. The Bible says to us in Philippians 2 and 3, do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit. Rather, in humility, value others above yourselves. The valuing part is especially true when it comes to your significant other. In this episode, we're going to talk about steps to making your mate a priority.
Everyone listen up because it's time for the Relationship Therapy Podcast with your host, Tony Miller Sr., and co-host, Valerie Miller. They are going to do their best to take your relationship to the next level. Whether you are married or whether you are dating, Tony and Valerie are going to give you the hard facts and solid principles you need to strengthen your relationship. Now, here are your hosts, Tony and Valerie.
Hello, everybody. This is your host, Tony Miller Sr., and welcome to another episode of the Relationship Therapy Podcast. In this particular episode, I am bringing you a subject that I have been told about on numerous occasions while I'm counseling couples in their sessions. After hearing it so many times, it has me asking the question, what happens to couples after several years of being together? Do they tend to forget about their mate? Or is it that they have gotten too comfortable within their own relationship? I'm going to be sharing with you today the steps to making your mate a priority. Work, children, church, friends, and family are just a few of the marital distractions that contribute to not making them a priority. But after this episode, I hope that we all are taking these steps to truly making our significant others the priority that they truly deserve. Let's go. Let's go right into the steps to making your mate a priority. Here's number one. We need presence over proximity. Let me say that again. We need presence over proximity. Being in the same room with your significant other doesn't mean you're truly with your partner. If you're watching TV and they're reading or strolling on their phone or tablet, this does not actually count being present in a relationship. True presence means putting away these things that are distractions, listening attentively, and being emotionally available. Many couples live parallel lives instead of intersecting lives. Living parallel lives is when couples are physically together, but emotionally disconnected, essentially leaving separate lives within the same relationship. They may share a home and a household and even the responsibilities, but they lack significant intimacy, shared goals, or even lack meaningful interaction. In fact, so many couples are on their way to the divorce court simply for that very reason. And neither of them recognize that they're even headed that way. Or they would even try their best to reconnect again to keep their relationship together. As I always say, it takes two to make a relationship work. It truly does, and you must show up and be present for the one that you say you love. So listen, notice when something is different about your mate, whether it is the hairstyle, their change in clothes, or something they bought new, or even their mood. when you're present in the relationship, they will always notice the difference that you're making. And that will make them know that you're making them a priority in the relationship. Here's point number 2. Making them a priority requires proof. It's not enough to say you're important to me. Words can say things, but actions are even stronger. Your schedule, your spending, your sacrifices reveal what you truly prioritize. Love is measured in time, attention, and action. What are you doing to prove to your mate that they are first to you? Canceling a golf outing because they are your mate and they're having a stressful week. It needs quality time for your relationship to continue to build. That's how you prioritize and show action. If you cancel going on the weekend trip with your girls because your husband missed the promotion on the job that he had been building up for, that's priority in action. If you're always choosing work friends or family or even your hobbies first, the message is clear to them. And it's not saying that your significant other matters to you. It's saying that other things are more important. In my research, most of this happens from husband to wife, more than wife to husband. It does occur with wives not prioritizing their relationships with their husbands. These are the wives that are also movers and shakers in their profession. But it does not happen quite as much as when the husbands do it. And it will require focus. I understand there are so many other things that you have to give your attention to, but the main thing is your mate. We should never lose sight of the fact that it's staring us right in the face. And that fact is we are in a relationship. Ask yourself on a regular basis, if my partner ranked my priorities based on my actions this week, would they put themselves at number 1? Or is there something or somebody else monopolizing my time over my spouse? Both should be thriving to prove themselves to one another. I hate to cut in to this episode, and I know that you're enjoying it and you probably got some commentary that you want to make. But I'm here to let you know, if you are a fan of the Relationship Therapy Podcast with Tony Miller Sr. and with Valerie B. Miller, I want you to know that we are right now in search of sponsors and advertisers. And if you want to be one of those, send us an email expressing what you want to do, and we will give you the listing of how to be an advertiser and how to be a sponsor, because we would really love you to be a part of what we're doing here at the Relationship Therapy Podcast. So don't forget, email us at tmrelationshiptherapy@gmail.com. That is tmrelationshiptherapy@gmail.com. We'd love for you to be a part of it. Here is the third step to making your mate a priority. Priority protects their place. Your mate's place in your life should be guarded against busyness, family interference, and even your own selfish habits. Protecting their place in the relationship means not letting anything or anyone consistently come before them. If not, you must ask yourself the question, why am I not making them a priority? I'd love to hear your answer to that. Keeping your mate's place in your life refers to prioritizing and valuing your romantic partner within the overall context of your life and other commitments that you are tied to. That means that you should seek them first. It's about consciously making space for your partner and ensuring that they feel important, that they feel loved, and they feel respected, while still both of you are maintaining your individuality and having other essential relationships. Prioritizing the relationship is recognizing and consistently acting as if your romantic relationship is a significant priority in your life, even amidst other demanding aspects like work, family, and personal pursuits. You cannot lose yourself in the relationship because eventually you'll find yourselves going your separate ways. You both should still have your separate lives, but you have to come together as partners for life. It's about finding harmonious balance where the relationship enriches both your lives without consuming you both, making sure that you are protecting each other's special place and honoring the position that you both hold with one another in this thing that we call marriage. Try this, and I guarantee you, you'll thank me later. And here is the fourth and final step to making your mate a priority. We must practice consistent pursuit. To practice consistent pursuit of your mate means to consistently make an effort to connect with them. That effort should go towards you taking time to appreciate and nurture your relationship with your partner, even if it may seem like the chase is over. Truth is, the chase should never be over. It's about actively showing love, affection, and interest in your mate throughout the relationship, not just the beginning. The mistake that is often made is thinking that the pursuit ends the moment you say, I do. When that happens, you start going downhill as a couple. Your mate should never feel like you've stopped chasing them. Little acts of kindness, acts of love, surprise gestures, and intentional connection keeps the relationship fresh and prioritized. Leaving love notes in the car, planning a surprise lunch date, or sending an encouraging text during their busy workday can communicate to them that you're still my main choice every day, all day. That is something that we should be doing anyway. My wife Valerie told me back in the day when we were getting serious, she said, Tony, whatever you have done to get me, you must continue to do to keep me. Man, that's powerful. And she meant what she said. Even so, when it seems like I'm slipping in our relationship, and yes, the Relationship Therapy Podcast host can slip from time to time, she is quick to remind me of the saying that she had, and it helps me to guide me back on track. Do this once a week. Do one unexpected thing to show your mate they're still worth pursuing. That will get the hearts beating for one another once again. And who knows what happens after that. Here is my closing challenge for you. You've heard the 4 steps, but this week, prove your mate's priority in 4 ways. Give them your presence. Show them through your actions. Protect their place and pursue them intentionally. Relationships don't run on autopilot. They thrive when you keep choosing each other daily. Go ahead and make them your choice every single day. Here's your call to action. If this episode has helped you, share it with your partner or someone you may know who needs to hear this. And don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and follow us on social media. On Facebook, the Relationship Therapy Podcast with Tony Miller Sr. On Instagram, follow us at Relationship Therapy 22. And on TikTok, Relationship Therapy Podcast. Also, don't forget to email us at tmrelationshiptherapy@gmail.com. Thanks for listening to the Relationship Therapy Podcast. Until next time, remember, it takes two to make a relationship work.
Thank you for listening to the Relationship Therapy Podcast with Tony and Valerie Miller. We hope that you enjoyed this episode. Tune in next time for more insight on how to make your relationship better. If you have any questions, please email us at tmrelationshiptherapy@gmail.com. We would love to hear from you. Until next time, remember, it takes two to make a relationship work.